doing well. No, my people Wednesday whole space magical this the after capacity education, the Black Hot Fire Network for a second before. Remember our app on the Google Play, so stream on www.blackhotfireradionetwork.com. Logo on it, also amazing. He said, line. Beach.
Process its max root is picked and turned into organic powder, ensuring its quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
For $23.90, you can definitely get all those happenings on our website. Again, it's me, Irritant Lunguria, here on TUBONGE. This beautiful Wednesday, we have the magical, phenomenal Pearl with me, giving you live and straight and direct. What's good?
We're good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Let me speak for myself.
Okay. That's Jovi.
Yeah. Welcome, family. Karibuni sana to another episode of TUBONGE. We're ready to talk. You're ready to talk with us. Enjoy the show.
Yeah. The one and only Camblish.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Back in the building.
Welcome.
Apparently, I'm the beef in the sandwich.
Yes, you are. As it should be.
How do you feel?
Yeah, how do you
Like
feel?
the beef in the sandwich.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm great. I feel great. Show animation.
Oh my god, you just said Shmani is lettuce?
I didn't say that. Did I? It's implied, but not by
Shmani
me.
is on green, so...
You and like tomatoes and
yeah,
carrots.
even tomatoes.
Yes.
So you're like...
Such a boring sandwich.
Oh my.
Yes. It's just vegetables and then beef in between. Yes.
That's a wrap.
It is a wrap. For real. Shimani in the building.
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for asking, guys. They call me Answer to the Money Glance. Karibuni.
How's your week been? How's your week taking you all along?
Mine is amazing. I can't complain. Yeah, chill.
Okay. Joby.
I'm good.
How's your week taking you?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Ready for the trip, man.
Hey,
I'm just ready for
as
the
it
trip.
should be.
I'm just ready
Yes.
to eat some fish, some
Right.
prawns, you know, some carrots. You know, so
Okay.
Tanzanians put a lot of carrots in their food.
Right.
So I'm coming back with the proper sites.
Watch out.
2020 edition.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What about you, Kimlish? How's your week taking you along?
Rough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why rough Kamlesh? You
Yes.
just came back.
You just came back.
No, wiki. See who?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you should
It gets
be
better.
feeling amazing.
Yeah, I'm amazing.
The
Feeling
week.
great. But the week is rough. Like it's rainy.
It's life.
It's cold.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, where's the sun though?
But your hair is popping.
Yeah, there's that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to like think about and you feel like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
asante kwa kuniambia Shmani.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uko tu hapa. Acha nikwambie. maadui wanakuwa karibu ya kando yako.
Okay.
To your left. So,
Oh my gosh. Alrighty, that's the panel of the day. Amazing, phenomenal, gorgeous, magical, everything good, literally. We're gonna have a conversation today about a lot of very interesting conversation. And there's a lady here who says broke men are mean. Let's listen in.
Are mean. Okay? They are mean because they are not happy with themselves. And a man's ability to provide is essential to his confidence, to his self-esteem. Just like the way a woman looks is very much associated with how she feels about herself and affects her confidence and her self-esteem. Obviously, rich men can be mean too, okay? But what I'm telling you is, as a whole, 98.9% of men who cannot provide for themselves, like basic necessities, that need somebody else to help them with food, shelter, and transportation, men that are not in a place where they want to be in their life, where they are frustrated for prolonged
I
periods.
can say it varies. We have men maybe who are actually working towards that, and they're actually the most generous, the most providers, honestly. And we have very wealthy, stable men actually who are very mean,
I
literally.
feel like it just doesn't depend with the genre.
Yeah.
If you're just
who's-
if you're broke, you feel some type of way.
when
Like, why are you
everybody's
happy
broke,
being
you're
broke?
mean.
And also, I feel like we
Still-
also have levels of
Still,
broke.
yeah,
We've
that's what I'm
discussed
saying.
that.
Still,
Yeah, I just agree, but if you're broke, you're not
At your
happy.
level
Even
of
mimi
broke.
nikiwa sina do, kuna tu venye like naboeka na maisha, like mbona sina do.
Yeah.
Unajua, so at a certain point I don't feel like it comes with like broke men, I mean, because I've also seen broke men who are being kept and they're so happy.
and they're so comfortable.
Yeah, very happy with wherever they are as human beings. So I don't believe like it depends with like gender. Because me, if I'm like broke, I don't even like maisha tu inanibo, kila mtu ananibo. Nikipata do na change attitude because
And
like,
I can understand that, but I feel like the conversation that she's talking about is literally men, literally as providers, as protectors, literally. That's what I'm saying. It
No,
depends.
she's not talking about that.
That's how I'm understanding the
Yeah,
the
but
whatever,
that's not what
the
she's
video.
saying.
That's what she's talking about. Broke men are mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, not women are mean.
Not broke
or
men.
Broke women are mean.
Listen, it's not like broke men who can provide. I mean, her topic is broke men are mean. End of
Yes.
story. Listen, everybody who's
And I'm
broke is
reacting to it.
probably
I'm
mean.
saying it varies.
There's levels
It's not
of
for me.
broke.
Yeah, it's not for me agreeing with her. The video is for me to actually react to it.
and that's why we are saying we
Yeah.
disagree with her.
And that's
Aliomba nani
okay.
pesa akanyimwa.
That's
Akasema
okay.
ndio
What's your
this
take
guy
on
is
this,
mean.
Joby?
I feel like there's a level of broke.
Yeah.
Personally, that's all I'm gonna say. Like there is kuna a certain lady who not having a man who's driving a car, that's a broke guy. You
Sure.
know,
Yeah.
a man who's not working in an office, that is a broke guy. You know, someone who's working jua kali, you're
That's
a broke guy.
to
You know,
her, yeah.
mtu anaishi maybe 2-bedroom ako like I can do apartments.
So
you know,
sure,
he's
yeah.
a broke guy.
Yeah.
Kuna mtu anaishi. You know, it's different
Yeah,
levels.
yeah,
So
so true.
it depends also what perspective or which angle she's talking from. Because I feel like most of the people just jump, and that's what I've been seeing,
Right.
especially in most of the
Conclusion.
videos lately. Like
Yeah.
people just jump on a conclusion, generalizing everyone in the same bracket.
Right.
Like it's not cool. You have to be specific. My experience should be
Right.
like my experience. You know, I've dealt with a man who didn't have a car, and this is a broke man to me. You know,
Facts.
He was
yeah,
mean.
and it was
was
mean
mean,
exactly.
yes.
You know, and maybe there was a man who had a car trying to hit at you, and your man is feeling some type of way, and you have a reason to talk from that.
That is so true.
That's
But-
just hypocrisy
But you
right
know,
there.
when you say Joby, like
Uh-huh.
it's perspective, and that's why I say from her perspective, unajua, I can say broke. My broke is different, but according to me, you are just broke. You get?
Okay.
I believe it's perspective. It depends on who is saying you're broke, right? Somebody might be, I'm broke because I'm this, I'm broke because I'm this, but broke is still broke depending on the perspective. You know, it depends on whose perspective.
Shmani, can you describe yourself
My
right now,
broke.
broke?
Yeah.
No,
Right
my,
now,
I'm not broke.
with how you live, with what you earn. Do you describe yourself as a
But
broke
you know, from you saying with how I live, already you're giving a perspective.
person?
From your perspective. But when I say personally I'm broke, maybe where I want to get and where I'm at right now, I still say, hey, I might be broke because whatever I see, unajua, and that's why I say it's perspective. The moment umekuja kanyambia already with how you live, with how you do this, it's already a perspective from me. So I'm not about
Okay.
to say
I
I'm
get it.
broke. You
From a
get?
perspective.
So it's perspective of everybody.
Can I
And that
ask
was the
this?
main thing of the video.
Can I ask this? Yeah. So let's assume that you take care of your bills,
Okay.
right? You can get to work and have some entertainment, man.
As an individual
Yes.
or as a man?
That is your perspective on not being broke.
As a man or as an
But after
individual?
that, hauna pesa. Are you broke?
It depends on the point where you are at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is everything in your life stable though?
Yeah, everything is
maybe
taken care
own
of.
a house.
But once you spend this money, you're broke. But it just keeps coming back
Yeah.
and back and back.
I believe
So are you
that
broke really?
in a
Like,
different like, time.
You can. You can pay your rent.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You've never missed to pay your rent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't skip meals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your transportation is sorted.
Perfect. Yeah.
Either kama una drive or uko na senke
Yeah.
or you drive whatever.
Yeah.
Matatu.
Yeah.
I know what the fuck.
Right.
And you can KFC,
Mm-hmm.
and that's your lifestyle, right? You can get yourself a
Yes.
kaboti,
Yeah.
but after that, hauna kakitu kwa mbosho.
After all that.
Yeah, after all that,
Each
mfuko
and every
iko
month.
chupri,
Right.
Umefanya kila kitu, uko na
Yeah.
budget alafu pesa imeisha.
imeisha.
But kila kitu
But
kwa nyumba
everything
uko
is
nayo,
done.
nini, you can get your food and everything. Then unabaki bila do. Do you say I'm broke?
I don't think so.
Mm.
For me.
But
because you have our
to them they
stable,
are broke.
Yeah. That's why I said
according
it's
to
perspective.
people's
Yeah, you see,
perspective.
yeah, to you
Mm.
they are not broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To him, he's broke.
Mm-hmm.
So to her, levels of broke
Yeah.
matter.
Mm.
So she probably wants somebody with disposable income
Yeah.
at her whims.
Yeah.
Anytime she needs this,
Yeah.
it's provided for without prior planning, which is
Prior planning.
without prior planning.
Wala
'Cause
kuna dili na Ivana.
Okay, that one no.
no, hata si
That
hao
one no.
wale wasichana wa
Mm-hmm.
urgently
Yeah, 2K urgently.
walipanda bei.
100. Siku
Okay.
unaomba ngapi?
You get. Wait, mimi I am a very faithful human being.
Yeah, wao wanakuomba ngapi? Hao wako.
Yeah.
Wagani hao?
Oh, sawa. Wanaomba
Those who
marafiki
try
zako.
so hard.
Oh, unajua mabeshte wangu
Mm-hmm.
wanaomba pesa mingi sana ama wanapeana pesa mingi sana.
Oh, okay.
Watu wanalipa manyumba.
Alrighty. I want to continue this video before we move to the next one.
Periods of time, they need outlets to vent that frustration. If a man is broke, chances are it's not one day of being broke. It's months, it's years of not being able to do what he needs to do. And there is a pent up frustration, and he will take it out on the people that are closest to him. The number one person he's taking that out on is his significant other. He will be mean to you. Okay, and it can be just a matter of him being snappy and rude, stingy, accusing you of being a gold digger just because you are asking for bare minimum or just because you are confident. It could be him.
That's actually true. Some individuals are like that when they actually, what she said at first, when they don't have money. It's true.
Yeah.
But it's not a good way to actually react to things or deal with the fact that you don't have a stable income.
I don't know if
Work towards it.
I don't know if you guys maybe have gone through it, but maybe you find like maybe you're significant when they're just not going through it. The first person, hata kama si money wise,
Yeah,
they're not
something-
okay, like maybe mentally, they still kitu na kusumbua. The first person wanatoleanga asira is the other significant.
That is true.
Literally in any perspective. It cannot be I don't have money.
Yes.
Maybe today has been rough on me. Nahitaji kutoa the first person, and it's I don't say it's a good way.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to, because you're supposed to deal with yourself as a human being, as an individual,
Yeah.
before kupoa your shit or your frustration
Yeah.
to your partner. But the reason as to why I'm still disagreeing with her, Iwaton, is that when people are like literally, for me, I still cancel the point of gender
Okay.
in that perspective, right? Because I still look at it from a perspective. Let's say broke is comparative, right?
Yeah.
I'm broke at my state. Maybe somebody doesn't see mtu anaona unakuwaga na do, but in my perspective, like
Right.
hisi ndo mi nataka.
Okay.
So nikiangalia place nataka kwenda ama tunataka, in my mind I'll still be like I'm still
Okay.
broke,
Okay.
unajua. But look at it from a perspective, okay, niko broke penye niko, sindio?
Mhm.
I'll always be, I don't know, but uko too grumpy, una feel too like you need to do a lot, you've not,
Okay.
there's like dissatisfaction
From within.
from within you. So I feel like it's just everybody. It's just it for her saying, even women, like me, the same way I
That's
say.
true. Right.
Exactly. Me, when I'm feeling sometimes I get sick. I've been open about it. I get really sick.
Soto unakuwa mgonjwa.
I didn't puke. Like, and I'm not even
this guy
joking
is
about
literally
it.
Yeah,
being
she said
allergic
that.
to broke.
She
I
said
swear, and I for
my
real.
body can't do
Like,
broke.
it's crazy. Like, I get sick. I take meds, and I think it's psychological. Nasikia migraines. I have to take like mara moja and stuff like that. And saa ingine hadi na puke. Niko tu na moods mbaya. Niko tu na hasira. Hadi venye
Yeah.
mtajibu tu mtu niko like una bow, unajua.
Right.
But hata nisikia
Right.
tang confirmed. Everything changes.
When you just come true.
Like literally.
Money is your
I'm
portion.
down.
Say everything changes.
It's like even like I'm just so happy, like my moods are going. Unajua, so I believe it. Hadi ye kusema TCG. Now
Yeah.
imagine, so if you are broke like that
Yeah.
for like months and years, you'd be frustrated as a
100%,
person. Unajua,
right,
so
yeah.
utakuwa tu unaekasira kwa mtu mwingine, and the closest people to you might not be your partner, because if you're broke, you're not supposed to date. Might be like
Yeah,
your
that
friends.
is true, 100%.
Might
That's
be
true.
like your family,
Yeah.
the most important people, the people around you are the ones that face your wrath. So when she says like this, I don't believe it's men, because even women go through
through
that.
it. Right.
Exactly. That's my perspective.
Alrighty.
But on that second thing, there's something she said.
Okay.
And this is the word of the day apparently. In my perspective, my perspective,
Your perspective.
I have never witnessed a man, if you have a woman,
Probably seeing them on your FY.
a woman
sorry.
that's working, I've never seen a man call a woman a gold digger when she has a job. Okay, so
Right.
if you find yourself attributed to certain
Yeah.
terms, you must be filling the quota of those terms. You get?
I'm following.
Yeah. So if you find yourself being called a gold digger, why? And everybody has needs, or like goes broke, or
Right.
has emergencies or whatever. And if you ask for money, if that's not what you do all the time, or you need like 5K urgently every week, nobody will be on your case about wait, checky when you parasite.
Right.
Nah, so words and actions go hand in hand.
In my perspective, to disagree, there's
Okay.
this new generation of men who have audacity to actually date women who they can't manage. And you know very well, this woman is working,
Okay.
right? She's earning like 300,000,
Right.
200, let's say 50,000. With the audacity, earning the same amount or even less. You know very well this woman has standards. Every time she's gonna ask you for something, when the wale utakuwa unasema ngoja kidogo, or it's not na kuna
Not
dili
now.
na Ivana, or not
I
now.
don't like that.
And then this woman is already getting her shit right.
Yeah.
And then you feel some type of way and then you call her a gold digger. So I definitely, yours makes sense.
It
But
does make
this
sense.
new generation, or this type of men who
Yeah.
go for these women, you're not working. Let's say you are earning
So
like maybe
true.
you're still, you know,
Trying to be
maneuvering.
stable,
Exactly.
yes.
Unaendia dema kona kazi, akikuomba ni gold digger. Like, go date in your own, date
In your own lane.
in your own lane. Like, don't date a woman who has more than you, or a woman who has the same as you, because the gold digger calmness will always come regardless.
Well,
Yeah, like
obviously,
I've
this
seen
is
also
about
that
that.
I wouldn't argue, because
Okay.
I haven't experienced that.
Exactly.
From my
Yeah.
is personally, if that happens, I am not privy to that information.
Yeah.
But from what I see, it's exactly what I said. But that also makes sense, because, and as a man, if you can't be challenged by your woman making more money than you to go out and try and be more,
Right.
you have to resort to calling names. That should tell you more about your character than anything else, really.
Right.
Yeah, because as a man, you should,
As a man, right.
like, challenges are good. Like, hey, yo, my guy just, Juicy, we were making this joke. All my boys is homeowners. You know, like, I'm just saying.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah,
What's up?
all my boys is homeowners.
Right.
So Kabe,
Mm.
if you look at that and look at us like hey, you need him, nah, that's your mentality. Yeah, ni kama kuna watu wanaendanga hizi niza Mazda peke yake.
Yeah.
Si wena Nissan Skyline yako, mbona ufeel vibaya?
Right, you shouldn't.
Usifeel vibaya,
all.
maintain ligi yako. And if you want to get into with the Beamer boys, do
Yes.
that. Work hard, ukue jalango.
It's a free world.
It's a free world, man.
That is so true.
Yeah, like it's all about mentality and how you interpret situations that come your way. Like, don't look at it from a negative point of view that
True.
belittles who you
You
are.
are.
Yeah, like you're a giant.
And if it definitely belittles who you are, it's because it's projecting your insecurities.
Yes, because you're little in
100%.
here.
Yes.
Okay, so project yourself first in your own mind as the giant that you are
Yeah.
to see the giant that you are.
Right.
Don't live life in a small space.
Right.
Blow up, man.
As it should be.
Blossom.
To that conversation, as
Yeah.
Shimani Kamlesh Jogi have said, it's all perspective. But also, Shimani is saying that if anybody doesn't have literally a flow of income, definitely you will be frustrated.
Yeah, you
literally.
will, I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you guys happy when you don't have whatever you want?
I
to
don't
get?
even like that name.
Exactly.
At all.
Exactly. So I feel too to like.
Very much into wezi
I
fanya
know.
kitu unataka.
Even the most
Sasa imagine,
simplest thing.
imagine kenye si tunafanya sahi. Kuna mtu mwenye yake sasa
Yeah.
ni lower.
Yeah.
Like hata tu kusema nataka kukula hivi.
It's so
Unadhani yako
true.
frustrated aje?
Very
Alafu
frustrated.
that's how you find they walk on the road wanafanya
Yeah.
kitu. People are so mad. People are so frustrated because
Yeah, they're also
Yeah,
frustrated.
exactly.
They're trying to project that to the people around them. As we move forward, we have a radio presenter who said that Kenyans aren't grateful. So he was talking about Mark Owure basically protecting you and basically being on his side. And it's a Hot 96, oh my God, what's happened with me today? Hot 96 presenter. He noted that, he said, Kenyans are ungrateful to Mark Owure since he nearly lost his life fighting for their cause, arguing that his joining ODM was primarily to protect his life.
That boy would not have seen his 27th birthday. I have had conversations, very deep conversations with that boy. And when he went to ODM, all the people for whom he had gone on the streets, taken tear gas, been chased by the police, threatened, had to hide his phone, all of them called him Kasaliti. Now, he was there to save his own life. Now, at the time when he was ready to leave ODM, because he has been ready all along, ODM was telling him, we saved your life when it mattered. So if he leaves ODM, he's going to be told he has betrayed the party that saved him from this killer regime. Kenyans are not grateful to the people who fight for them. That I have come to accept. And I have said sometimes I want to say things that are not popular. I don't want to be popular on this, but I'll tell you for free. Raila Amolo Odinga saved that boy. He would not have said, that boy would not have seen his 27th birthday.
First of all, Mark Owure, I don't know what game they're playing right now with Morara, because literally the 2027 election, I feel like it's a distraction, literally. And the fact that I feel like this guy was not there during the protest, I feel like he was not a part of this because he's talking in a super oblivious manner. It's like he didn't know what's happening, and Mark Owure just came about this year and he's trying to be this good person because it's all on videos. You can definitely Google, go to YouTube and watch everything because he used the protest for his own benefit, literally. And the fact that I believe Kenyans will definitely give you one chance not even thinking about it in their thoughts, because it is what it is. Use the popularity that he gained during the protest for his own good, and you cannot definitely come back at it and actually ask Kenyans to actually be on your side, because now you're talking about the president not being a good elect for the 2027 election, but the fact that you basically were together with him and also with the ODM opposition leader, it doesn't really add up. And this youth is not silly, they're not dumb, they definitely know what's happening. I don't know what's your take on this.
Who is that guy?
He's a Hot 96 presenter. Oh, this guy?
Oh.
He's a presenter in Hot 96.
So ni Kasmol then Papa interview. So, so he's saying Kenyans are not grateful.
For him. They're not grateful.
For doing what?
Kenyans are not grateful
For doing what?
because he was fighting for us. So we're not grateful for this amazing activist who was trying to fight for us.
I disagree with that part, but I agree with the fact that he wouldn't have seen his 27th birthday if he hadn't aligned his interests correctly. Like did he use the protests to bring more nuance to himself? Definitely. And I'd expect nothing less. He's a politician, people. It's what they do. They commercialize on their popularity. Okay? I don't care really.
Yeah.
But the core part is
Kenyans aren't grateful?
no. That is horse shit. Pardon my language. The fact that Ange part accident. They tried the same thing with Murad, like these are two accidents. Like you have to in Kenyan politics, unless you have a godfather.
People wanted to beat him up.
Yeah.
And it's not even that. Apart from what kumpiga, once you commit certain actions against certain factions of the people that be, okay, you cannot just exist without consequences.
Exactly, I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
And you need a godfather, so to say. Somebody to stand and say, chill.
But now he became a part of the government, or with the government.
And with that still, he still breathes. I'm not saying he's a good person.
I get it, yeah.
I'm saying he's alive. Okay? Because he looked at it from this point of view. And I'm just saying, devil's advocate, right? I can fight for the rights of the people and dead and Kimati.
Okay.
Or, I can stay alive, right? Because the minute you actually become a true freedom fighter, you're a martyr. There's no other end to that narrative. You cannot free a people and live to see that freedom.
But I believe he was not trying to do that.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, you're just having
like a conversation, not about him.
Okay.
But you cannot be a freedom fighter and see the results of your freedom per se. People might pull Nelson Mandela out of that, but he never really saw apartheid die. It just got diluted and hidden better. You get? And it's difficult.
It's crazy because I feel like perspective I would say is calling people ungrateful and stuff like that. Of course, Kasmuel cannot come and lie to the people. That's one-handed. Yeah. You already picked a side, regardless. Like you had an option of staying with the people, but you decided I'm gonna protect myself, right? Yeah. And you chose yourself, regardless of what you took. I've seen people who have not chosen themselves, they've chosen the people, and they bado wanasumbuliwa, which is a fact, whatever you say, right? But him coming to say Kenya should be grateful to Kasamuel. We're not supposed to be grateful. Kasamuel lied to people.
That is true.
And maybe his first intention was fighting for the people. He got greedy. But let me not say he was greedy. It was like very clear from the first time that he wanted this political seats or whatever. He wanted to be part of politics. And regardless of the path he chose, right? He chose to lie to people. From what we can see, he chose the other party, right? I don't understand the fact that you come back after some time and now try to accuse the government. It's like unapima watu wana.
He's playing victim.
It's like unapima watu wana as if people don't understand what is going on. Kasamuel nilikuona kwa jet. Nilikuona kwa Raila na Odinga kwa nyumba yake na bibi yake. How the hell are you coming months later to tell me oh, you guys, the president is wrong, Raila is wrong after all this? There's something that doesn't make sense. And I believe, I don't know if Hot 96 is paid or whatever, but this guy trying to say people would have killed him. Yes, people are mad. What do you want people to do? What do you want people to do? Like, I trusted you. The fact that if, for example, Kasamuel, I feel like maybe his choices are wrong. If Kasamuel would have stood with people from the first go,
100%.
Kasamuel sayangekuwa top notch, like what when youths wanna push.
That's true.
Like literally, angekuwa like,
Right
but
now,
right now
a
you're
top
coming
notch.
back after
Yeah.
fumbling. It doesn't add up a lot, and then you're telling people are ungrateful. That's like really diabolical. Because people can't be ungrateful and you lie to me. How do you
Yeah.
lie to me and you expect me still to be like, hey, I know you're alive, but what's up? That cannot happen. So whatever that guy is saying is just not making sense. No, Kenyans were mad. They wanted
Yes.
to beat you up. They don't allow you to walk on the streets.
Yeah.
Because first and foremost, you came with the agenda of being by Kenyans.
Yes.
And yet you picked a side and now you're coming back like, people are
It
crazy.
makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, that's my, maybe from his perspective of you look at Kenyan politics, which Kamlesh is saying.
Yeah.
Kenyan politics, if or maybe African politics,
Okay.
for you to fight for the people,
Yeah.
hautaacha maisha yako ikuwe easy. Look at maybe activists. They might not be 100%.
Look at our
You know-
Ugandan brother.
Exactly. Or look at even, let me give like a Kenyan example,
Okay.
which might not make sense to some people. Boniface.
Yeah.
Yeah, might not be. That's what I'm saying.
What's
Might
the
not
price?
be. Might not be.
Yeah.
But you see how politics is working. Oh,
Yes,
anashikwa,
yes.
anafanyiwa nini, oh, anafanyiwa nini. So probably was trying to avoid that. And when you have people in power who call the shots, you might be killed. You might be done for stuff. And he didn't want to be in that position. It's like, okay, acha niji protect. I'm
That is
choosing
so
myself.
true, yeah.
But it's not right by the people. So you don't expect you to pick a side and still come to a night to the people. You picked a side, stay with that, stay on that side.
Yeah.
Shmani,
Exactly.
let me ask
Stay
this.
on that side.
Exactly.
Have you ever seen an amateur make mastery moves?
No.
No.
But
So,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I'm not arguing against your point. I'm
Okay.
just trying to make a point. He's starting off his career in politics. You don't expect him to make, good choices in his political career. Because again, you all think about it from a very personal point of view, but to him,
He
to
put it to
him,
something serious.
true, to him, it's a career. Okay?
Who is gonna convince after?
I
That's the
know.
problem.
That's the
I
thing.
wonder who's gonna
Here's the
convince
beauty
after.
of it and the sad bit of it. Kenyans might actually still vote for this boy.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
No.
Just atapelekwa pahali huko Nyanza, sawa?
Maybe there.
Sasa tuseme
Okay.
akipelekwa
Maybe
Nyanza
in
labda
those
simame na,
regions.
but akisimama against
Yeah.
the government,
Listen,
maybe not nominated.
Yeah,
the kingmaker
also.
akimshika mkono awaambie pigieni
Sasa hizi
huyu.
unaona anasema is not with the kingmakers.
Yes,
wapi.
that's what he's saying.
That is called
And it's,
politics.
we know,
Exactly.
because we
No.
know that.
No, that is called politics.
Yeah.
I learn from you, then I denounce you. I fight you so that I can gain notoriety.
But we're still together behind the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we are fighting publicly,
And Kenyans know that.
and I don't expect them not to.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But trust me, once one of them holds this boy's hand and says,
Yeah.
Tupatiu UMP,
Okay, I'm
It's
following
done.
where you're coming from.
it's done.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's how these people get their feet in the door. How did Mike Sonko become the MP of Makadara? Sikulipia watu stima. Right?
Right. I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, na
Yeah.
kupeleka wa mama wako na bimba
Right.
nini
and helping the
yeah,
ladies
helping
at
the
the-
community, kuletea
Yes.
watu maji hapo hivyo.
When it's an altercation,
Yeah.
he's there.
Exactly. Back then when he had that mohawk of his, imeandikwa Sonko, you all remember when they used to smoke weed with Waititu in parliament.
For real?
Oh
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, shout out to
my
Waititu, man, in uniform kama kawaida.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. So listen, that's how it all starts. And listen, and this is where you have to actually give Makaure props, right? He might actually be smarter than Sonko, and Sonko became a governor. Okay,
Yes, he did.
what can he be?
We actually don't
If
care about
Sonko
that.
became a governor, what can he be? He speaks better,
Okay.
okay, dresses better, and has better mentors, so to say.
Really?
in politics. I mean, what?
But what you don't realize right now, this is a different regime of citizens. Yes, I know we do have a lot of prior millennials or any who's talking to that mentality, but right now you can't fool people.
And this is something,
You know?
I don't know if you got Nongelena Mashmani, where again there is bias in our opinions
Okay.
because of our level of enlightenment. Okay, take this sort of notoriety and thinking to somewhere deep in Kisiland. Okay, they really don't understand
true.
your type of thinking.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why you see the former DP telling Matiang'i ukitaka kupatie kitu unite Kisiland kwanza. Because that's how it works.
Right.
We have kingpins that we know.
Yeah.
We have godfathers in this game. Like, people will not say this, but the parties that are currently opposing the government were built by the head of government. Like,
That's
your
true.
ODM,
Yeah.
he built
It's so
ODM during that referendum period.
Yeah.
Him, ilikuwa ni yeye
Yeah.
na Raila.
That's
Okay.
a fact though.
He did it.
Right.
He created it. From grassroots up to like big party. When the son of the father of the land was struggling, he came in with his own party and injected everything. Pushed them off that ICC stage. Because I can bet you the tactics the route that got them off that hook. Because that man is actually a tactician. He knows how to plan stuff.
The president?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, he's a meticulous planner. This man has been in government since '92. Like
Watching,
never left.
Learning. Relearning.
One way or another, he's
Yes.
he's either a CS
Yes.
or an elected official. Never left.
Facts.
Do you know what it takes to do that? And then you tell me, if let's assume I'm a politician today,
Okay.
I'm not choosing a better mentor than that. That man can teach me everything I need to know to be at the top of the game for 35 years.
And those are
Because
the
people-
type of politicians
We don't want.
And I'm not saying
Yes.
that's what we want. I'm just saying that's what we have.
And
We
that's
can
what
want things, but then there's what
Not all. Yeah, some women are on the race with the
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying cap, like not all. You see, there are women who would not want the struggle. They're like, hey, I'm gonna wait for you to, you know.
get your bag.
But they're not gonna
Exactly.
be with you through
Exactly, through the struggle. Like I'm those women. You get. And I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Wewe unangoja huko
And
mwisho.
mi staki struggle like acha tu mi nikae solo struggle tutapatana hata mi pia una get
Acha ni struggle
hata mi
mimi.
peke yangu na struggle tena nilete struggler like what the hell is it a struggling
Did
body?
you say struggle?
Like it's not
Ma
possible.
struggler
But-
wawili.
exactly, like it's just stress.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And then we
are now
have
watching
some are
the
like,
strugglers.
okay, let's go through with you on this race. You don't have right now, we can actually grow. Unaget? You see the way watu pia ni hao watu wa race huko mwisho mpatani huko mbele. Unaget?
Uko hivyo kwenye kuna flights.
Hapa huko mbele mse. But kuna
Uko
wenye
Maldives.
bora. And then kuna wenye wako like, okay, you don't got right now.
Yeah.
We can actually work something through.
Right.
So it's not
Anakushikilia
women.
ndio upatane na hiyo tonuko mwisho.
Yeah. Imagine now you see the problem. You see the way this man is reasoning. You struggle with him, alafu atapata hiyo tuko na atataka hiyo
That's
tu.
what we're talking
Wewe you
about.
struggle na yeye, ana time yako, like
Yes.
wewe si class yake, kali kupata ka ana
Right?
shit.
And that happens.
Why would he?
That happens.
So women, be very
Watch.
careful. Those who want to struggle on this race with this man, It's all on you.
sikuachi, naongeza tu mwingine.
Exactly. Mbona
Exactly.
kama ulikuwa unataka kuongeza tuongeza kwanza huku
Yes.
mbele tujuange tuko
Sasa unataka tukue
Tusaidia-
ma-struggler wengi.
Si tusaidiane. Mbona
Umesema
tusaidiane
hatutaki
huko mbele?
ma-struggler.
It's better actually when you're 3. Or?
Yeah.
Struggling the damn one.
Yes.
Hey, a triple is
But
always
still,
better.
no, just a joke though.
I'm just saying.
And then Mr. Motivated is saying, as a man, when you're broke, focus on yourself.
Exactly.
Drop it all till you see your way out.
I agree.
Yes, and then he's also saying, a broke man is an angry man.
That was the same guy, the same chick was saying. A broke man is an angry and mean man.
Just
They're
don't be
very
broke,
frustrated.
man.
Unakwambia hivi anasema, when you gold digger, umeomba tu.
Pakapate.
Boga. The heck? Gold iko wapi hapa? Au lusi hata diamond.
Ni skuma.
I know, like the just frustration for real. There is no, hakuna hata shamba ya kudigia gold. No quarry on the side. The heck are you talking about?
Unashika nyuma ya mabati.
Na nakwambia gold.
Hapo nje. Nisiwe japo
Eti
nje.
gold, then ushike mavi. The heck are you talking to me about?
Na yeye yanafanyanga ile kazi ya kutoa mavi na exhaust.
Maana nataka kwambia eti, ama demo sikiza pesa ni gani? Kuna pesa gani?
Bro, umesota na unasema dem ni gold digger.
I know, literally, unajua, I feel like it comes from those friends. Unaomba kenye uwezi, alafu unasikia vibaya.
Unamuuma mbaya.
Uwezi.
Alafu unapata ameomba 85 bob.
Hawezi. Hadi kani 50k uwezi, so uwezi.
Hakuna kitu mbaya kama kuomba 30 bob na unaget yani.
It's a mad, frustrated man.
So you get
Like kuni
frustrated.
mtu mwenye watu wanatoka shule amekasirika. Na baada anakupea mimba. Frustration.
Watoto wajue na meno za baba yao.
Amejam, yani tu amejam. Nyumba tu iko tu mood. Unaingia kwa zile nyumba uko like energy
Yes.
just off.
Unachiki kila mtu ana tiptoe sababu baba yao ameingia.
Whoa.
Ni
Mtu ane-
hasira.
alafu ako na kiti yake.
A broke man is an angry man.
It's a fact.
I agree.
Anaenda kwa
Fact.
kiti yake na ana frown.
Maana amefrown na saizi analetewa mboga. Ningekuwa naletewa nyama.
Eh, kwa-
So maana amejam.
Acha nikuambie kwanza ni shida apate nyama na akuacha pesa ya nyama. Wewe ni malaya sasa.
Exactly. Na labda ni budako alituma. Hivyo ndio
my gosh.
forget.
Ati unatumia na budako pesa ya nyama.
Unajua mzazi ni mzazi.
Kaka nyama.
Alafu umebai bwanaka amejam na liacha mbao.
Anakufinya.
Na atadishi. Sisi pia takataka kupika na kula.
Hayo.
No, for real. You know, these are people's lives. You think you're lying. For real.
Wow, this is serious.
And then the worst bit is atakupiga, akule. Nimenda kuambia ni pesa sasa. Ukimnyima achukue.
And then uko na mimba ingine, another frustration. Like,
Why
it's
does that
crazy.
happen literally? Like the okay.
No, the poorer you are,
Mm.
the less, the lesser the choices of entertainment.
So
And
entertainment
kupanua
is
miguu
bad.
becomes your source of entertainment.
Right.
Like, wezi afford mzinga, so wezi enda club.
Ama hata uwezi enda kazi. Unajua, like
Na una
uko tu
job.
home.
Mnaangaliana tu.
Unaangalia, ukifikiria tu kitu hasira.
Si mnakulana tu.
Hasira every minute.
Sasa
Right,
exactly.
mmejamiana hadi mmeacha tu. Sasa mnakulana tu. Peana tu
Mimba
mimba
every
tu.
year.
Mm.
Eh,
Oh my god.
Nyinyi mnafikirianga tu bei ya unga.
Na ufiki.
I'm not laughing at that
What was your
situation.
point?
It's the way they're
The
actually.
situation is just bad. It's just not okay.
Wewe haujai notice hiyo kitu unapatanga watu wawili wote hawana kazi na wako na watoto 9 hivi.
That's crazy.
Man ako na mimba ingine.
Mm.
The heck uko
Na
like
kuna
what's
mbili
wrong?
zilitoka.
Right.
What the hell is wrong with these people? Because
Yeah.
their mind is not active. They are very available. They're just home. And the only thing they see is just sex.
Mm.
Alafu ukiangalia bibi yake hata hakai vizuri unashangaa.
Wow,
Bro.
really?
No, because it's true. Unazalishwa aje mara 14.
Wow.
Ni wind socks na kukonda.
You guys.
Nani amewakosea?
I know.
I just like broke people are just like angry.
We check again. I go back to my metaphor ya jana. Nani ashaangalia ng'ombe yake akasema napenda venye ng'ombe yangu imekonda?
Nice. We don't feel good about it.
You get?
Nobody
You
says
you
napenda.
eh.
Ng'ombe imekonda vibaya.
Yeah,
Exactly.
true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So kama ng'ombe yako imekonda vibaya na wewe pia umekonda vibaya, mko hapo hivyo mnafanana. Yeah.
But what's
Alafu
always
bado
the way
like
out?
how do you get
What's
sexually
the way
excited?
out of that?
Of that, simtafute tu kazi.
If a lady, mostly the woman, honestly.
Either utoke
Ah,
kwa hiyo
wewe.
marriage, I'd advise
Ukienda wapi
you.
na watoto nani?
No, who gives a damn?
Okay.
Siku hizi unatoka, hakuna mentality mtu ananiambia. Kuna mtu anataka
Atakuona watoto
kukuta
nane.
na kama atakuoa kamle.
Umemroga.
Na kama sumroge kwa dedication. Na kama atakuoa.
Mimi ni kuoa na watoto nani?
Na kama atakuoa Iwaton, just get her. There's no way you're telling me in this century. You're telling me because I have kids I can't get out.
Yes,
There's
you
always
can.
an option of getting
No,
out.
I'm not saying just because you
So-
have kids you can't get out. I'm just saying.
Sio ndo umesema watoto nani utaolewa na nani?
Sijasema hivyo. Nimeuliza unaenda wapi?
Si unatoka kwa ndoa?
Yes, sijakataa. Ushatoka. Unaenda.
Si unaenda kutafuta kazi? Cause trust me, labda huyu mwanaume ndiye amekuwa akikweka tu kejani.
Anakulima tu.
Na huko nje unatoka tu hivi unaosha mosho moja safi. Kazi secretary kwa Chinese company. Oh my
Na upate mtoto mchinku.
What is umemoko kwa China? What the hell, na watoto wako wote 9. What the hell are you telling
It's
me?
possible.
Very possible.
It
So
is possible.
either you walk out, if you can't, bwanaka tafute job ama utafute job. And most of the time unapatanga this men feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
So unapata the woman is the one that goes and hustle. It's so bad
I've
and that's why
seen
they're
that.
very frustrated.
Actually, I've
Unapata
seen that.
atakata mboga, bwanake tu ni mlevi wa mtaa.
I've seen that.
Yeye ndiye analisha watoi wake 5 na baada alipa
Anakuja
bwanake.
kuchukua avocado ya kutoa hani.
Na hadi atoi anakuletea hadi mboch mwa jirani.
Actually, it's
just
so true.
bad.
I know of a lady like that, and I was actually trying to talk to her. I'm like, she's like, you know what? She has kids, and I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
happy.
why are you basically hustling this hard? Like, it's okay, but do you have a support system? Yes, I do have a husband, but he's an alcoholic,
It's not
and
good shit.
she has like a small kid. Like, I think she just gave birth, and she has other like 3 or 2 in high school.
God.
So I'm trying
High
to understand.
school?
Yes, and she's the one who's paying the school fees.
Leo ni mzee.
She's paying her
Look at
their
the
school
land
fees.
lesson, yeah.
So I'm like, what is the man doing? Why are you basically paying the school fees? He's taking care of the, basic things, but not consistently.
Si ni mlevi.
Basic things kwake ni tei.
Yeah.
Ama tu tuseme leo amekuja na mboga.
Na nyama ya
Hata
150.
nyama uone.
Sisikie.
It's
Na
sad.
mkoa
It's
saba.
actually so hard for these women out here.
Exactly.
Honestly,
So I find most of these
yes.
women are the ones that go hustle so much. Mostly if you look at uliza tu watu wako ghetto au mama ufanya kazi
Yeah.
sana, mama mboga
Yeah.
and stuff. Akapo mpaka saa 7. Ukitaka kuja story yake here, the husband is alone.
Yes.
Yeye ni ule embarrassment
Yes.
wa mtaa.
Eh?
Thank
And even
you.
she's already actually gotten used to it.
Right?
She doesn't even care about the man anymore.
Yeah,
She's just
it's
in and
true.
taking care of her kids.
Yes.
And I'm like, let the man breathe.
Yes.
Let him go. And I don't know why they can't also move out. I feel like wameshakuwa kwa hiyo perspective of they've seen it all. They're just like you're just nobody.
Right.
To me. The dumb ones are the ones that will get pregnant again. But most of them will
Yes.
pata wanashika mimba
That is
tena
so
wako like
true.
you're just a useless nobody. You just think so my kids can just
Yes.
see like a man around
Yeah.
who's nobody.
And also growing from the society that, marriage is the ultimate things. Sometimes maybe if you're growing up from different regions or basically communities, they push you like marriage is the thing. Or you've grown up with those peers, it's like, I just want to get married.
Exactly.
It's just like the most ultimate life goal that you really attain. I think that should definitely stop.
I agree.
Honestly, because a lot of people that we know are out of marriages, they actually regret being in this marriages because someone is married at 17 years old.
What?
Yes.
Why?
They're there.
Unafanya nini?
They're there.
Hata legally huwezi peana, mbona uolewe?
Unaolewa wengi at 17
Yes.
come you can therefore who because of even circumstances of family
Yes.
and stuff.
But
Yeah.
I always
Even at
say this.
15.
Yes.
I always say this. Women have it rough out here.
Yeah.
Like, y'all have it rough, man. Because the things that y'all endure, as a man, sometimes I'm oblivious to it. Like,
Okay.
it's something that I've never really thought about.
Okay.
Like, at 17 years old, it never crossed my mind that somebody might be like, adios, sasa we oa.
You're right.
You know, like, there was no such thought. I was a 17-year-old
Yeah.
living as a 17-year-old, and to think that probably at the time when I was that age, there was a woman who was getting pressured into marriage or is pregnant.
Right.
Come on, man. Like, how can you have a kid at 17 years?
It's happening, honestly. It is happening.
You're a child. How do you take care of a child when you're a child? And then unapata ni mbaba fulani
Yeah.
tulikuwa tu hapo. Come on.
It's a shame,
Listen, acha hata apate ID alafu mpeleke kole. Hata kule kapesa kidogo usikie uchungu ukimpea mimba later ama akikuacha or something. At least, like, and then there's that thing of when men don't add value to their wives. You know, like, fine,
Actually,
she
that's
might
a
leave
so
you,
true.
she might leave you, she might do what, but if she's the mother to your kids, if she hasn't gone to school, take her to school, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? If she wants to go do her master's, pay, bro. Because at the end of the day, your kids gain.
That is
Okay?
so true.
Your
I had
kids gain.
a conversation like that in regards to if you're married to somebody or it's a relationship, but mostly it's about marriage, and mostly for a wife, if you're not gonna become better, you shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Like if you're basically in a partnership with somebody or a man, or if you're married to somebody, mostly if you're a woman, the husband should actually make you better
Yeah.
in all ways.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because as a man, as I get older, I'm exposed to more and more things.
Yeah.
I know more. And you should actually be able to hold a conversation with your husband
Thank you.
from an intellectual
Yes.
perspective. So imagine, mi nimeenda hadi nimepata PhD and my wife still has a diploma
Right.
or bachelor's or KCSE
Right.
certificate or certificate ya computer.
It's
Like,
something
how do
though.
we have a conversation?
I don't
You
think
can
it-
have a
life
conversation, though.
conversation sometimes
It's
is
not about
only
books.
books,
It's
you
not
know.
Yes.
books. It's no. I'm not talking about books. It's
Okay.
exposure. Education is exposure.
I agree.
Okay, it's not
But
about
still-
the credentials that you bring as like
Maybe
a
maisha
professional.
maisha imemfunza vitu mingi mpaka
Yes.
anajua kitu
She's
kushinda
so
uswahili
smart
tu.
about everything.
Because let me ask
Yeah.
you, Kamlesh, do you feel like, if you say like from a perspective of education or whatever, right? do
I'm
you-
actually saying that from a perspective of exposure, not really education. Let's assume.
Exposure is experience.
Life experiences,
Listen,
right?
Exactly.
let me finish.
Okay.
Let's assume you got married, right? And then your wife, and then she's South B.
Okay.
So she's from Nairobi as well. She's not down.
Okay.
But then you've managed to travel the world. She's never left the country.
Okay.
Do you think you'll look at life the same from the same point
No,
of
you
view?
don't.
Because
But
of
she
the
might be smart.
I'm not arguing that she's
Okay.
not smart.
Okay.
I'm arguing, do you think you'll view life the same?
It might not
Yes
be.
or no?
Might not be, because probably you might be viewing because you've traveled, you've experienced
Yes.
a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
And when you give that kind of example, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the first example did. So as a person, travel or make your wife travel at a certain point.
Yeah.
Unajua, so that she
You're
can have the
making her better.
experiences.
Yes.
Also
Exactly.
educate her. Give
I
her
agree with
something
you
to.
also.
Give her something to.
Because hata ukimpeleka shule kama ja
But also,
travel mtakuwa na
yeah,
different
education
perspectives
varies.
still.
It's not about
Man,
the degrees you get
how many times do you find
or
that
attain.
certain jobs will offer you more travel than you'll ever travel by your own personal expenses?
That is true.
And that, if you can expose her to a certain situation like
Okay.
that, you
Okay.
get like you educate her, she gets a job, that job gives her travel, and you might actually, yours might end and then how she's doing well, don't feel jealous and stuff. Like, enable her to be the best version of herself. Akikuacha aku. But most times what happens is she won't actually leave you. If a woman feels fulfilled in a certain relationship,
Okay, yeah.
she will actually try to nurture that into the best version of itself
Right.
other than destroying it.
That is true.
And but when you find that she feels inferior, ndio unapatanga insecurities set in. Just my opinion.
And also, I feel like sometimes some ladies also challenge themselves when they have this masculine individual who's, you know, well traveled and well educated. Education varies from how you say it. Not the fact that the guy is intimidating her, but also he makes her like be that girl for this man.
Yep.
You know? So it's also a challenge for her also, in a nice, beautiful way.
Yeah.
But we're literally winding up with that. But the last comment was also Mr. Motivated, who said, I didn't finish that comment because I was laughing because of your guys. He said, bro, you don't know women, you'll learn. Women look to a higher power. Leveling her to you is letting her go. But you'll learn this a little too late. I think he was responding to yours.
Listen, hypergamy is hypergamy. Okay? You can't live life afraid that you lose a woman. Why am I elevating her and staying in the same
He's
position?
disagreeing with you.
Yeah, why am I elevating her and
Insecurities?
staying in the same position? If I don't know if you'll understand this, but if you're on the same level, I can't help you. I have to grow.
Yes,
Okay.
true. It's a challenge also
And
for you.
if I see you coming, it's a challenge to me to become
better.
better,
Exactly.
bigger. You see, it's not a matter of being threatened. That comes from a perspective of being stagnant
Yes.
and her catching up with you,
Yeah.
and from a very
Thank you,
point
yes.
of insecurity
Yeah.
of Mimi or I might not she might have a higher ceiling than me.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try repress her
And
abilities and so that I can seem like the best option for her. Okay, if she's yours, she's
Right.
yours. Okay,
It's so true.
and
And that's why a man is supposed to be better.
Yeah.
In every
In
perspective.
every
Exactly.
perspective.
So if I'm this, even financially,
Yes.
emotionally, everywhere, you're supposed to be better.
Physically.
Bigger
So when
and
I
better.
grow, you grow
Yeah.
better. We can never be the same, and that's
It's
why man
so
is a
true.
leader.
And
But
Also, what
if
you said about
you're the same
it's
lane-
coming from a place where you just want to be comfortable.
exactly.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then why are you thinking about it like she's taking away from you? You
Yeah.
know, she might add to you, right?
Exactly.
Like
Yes.
why do you think about it from the? But anyway, we might have this
Different perspective.
perspective,
Yeah.
African perspective, where we don't have a 50% divorce rate. And some people in Western countries might actually have that. So
Yeah.
such a mentality is understood, where you might have to pay alimony and child support and whatever and whatever. And yeah, but over here we actually have,
That is
we
so
like to
true.
make things work.
Yeah.
We understand marriage and relationships a bit better, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Maniveri is actually in Eswatini right now. He's also saying the last comments as you're winding up. Exactly. Any man whose woman is his goal is a failed man. A man's goal is himself. The
Of course.
woman attaches to his goals, not the other way around.
A man-
When
Yes.
women say yeah to what you say, it means it's the exactly opposite of what they want.
Nah, that's a lie. Because I do believe, like, yes, or even a woman, your goal is supposed to be your first priority.
Yes.
Even as a man,
Right.
your goal is, but
Yes.
uplift each other.
Thank you.
Exactly. So imanishi kama goal yangu ni hiyo. I also have other goals. Mostly if I'm married to you, mostly if I have a future with you, mostly if you have kids, I should definitely
No, when most women have kids, their goals become the
get
kids.
kids. Exactly.
That is so true.
That's
Well,
why they're her kids mostly. When they're kids, they're hers.
That's a fact.
And that's why she gets to shape how they perceive it. There was this experiment
Okay.
that was done. As we wind up, sorry.
Yeah.
It was an experiment to determine how kids react to how their wife greets their husband.
Okay.
And in one scenario, she always had him really happy and
Okay.
give him food. And in that other setting, it was always cold. Okay? And so after a while, they take the mother out of the situation. And then the dad comes home. And they observe how the kids react. The kids literally mimic their mom.
Wow.
Yep.
Right.
So that gives you a very big idea into how you should shape perception of your family to your
Yeah.
kids from a
That
very
is so
early
true.
age. Like show love, appreciation,
Yeah.
yeah, don't just I'm a kuja.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
That's
or
not why. Even a girlfriend.
yeah, like even when your girlfriend comes to your
Yes.
house, receive her warmly.
Yeah.
Like don't be umekaa tu chini, niaje,
Okay.
yombo ni chafu.
Nice to see you.
No, see, I'm just saying.
They're just
Love
chilling,
your girlfriend or
playing
not?
games, video games and
Maybe
stuff.
both.
But family, we're definitely winding up with that today on TUBONGE. Amazing, uplifting, inspiring conversation. Remember, you are the change you need to see in the world as you download our app from the Google Play Store. Stream on www.blackwatchfireradionetwork.com. Thank you for the ones who join us on YouTube and everywhere else. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Sending you so much love and light. Your last take, Jody. We've been so quiet today.
Much love. See you guys tonight on the Africa Today show.
Ciao.
Cameron.
See you guys same place every Wednesday. Much love.
Bye,
In the
take
next
care.
3 Wednesdays.
As it should be. That's what's up. Have a beautiful evening. Okay.